sleep if that's the case. Because the guy's good. He's got great stuff, and he's getting rocked. Sure enough, every single time. You get right at the top. That tongue would go around the side of his mouth. Breaking ball is coming every single time. Head leaners, you got plenty of those guys. They're trying to get more on top of the breaking ball. They'll get right here and they'll lean that head back. A lot of times they're trying to get more on the breaking ball. You see guys turn their glove certain ways. You see guys behind their back. If the guy ever holds the ball from the stretch, from the set, behind his back, keep an eye on it. A lot of times they'll get their grip, boom, and they'll go in. And you can see it clear as day. A lot of times you can see it on the way up. You'll see guys, they'll get right here and they'll go up and then they'll move it. A lot of guys set the ball in their glove a certain way. They got a fastball, four seam, or whatever the case may be. You see the guy go in there, roll it, he's changing that grip. He goes in clean and goes, the fastball's coming. But I was fascinated with, with Chipper. He's like every bit, 40%. But anyhow, let me open it up. Questions? We're going to speed this thing up because I know y'all are burning up hot as well as I am, and my throat's killing me. It's pretty funny. My youngest son is 12 years old, and they had like Daddy Day or whatever when he was probably in second grade. Maybe he's probably younger than that. He said, "What does your dad do for a living?" You know what my son said? He said he teaches kids right from wrong and he yells a lot. So, yeah, that's kind of what I try to do. I yell too much, my throat is killing me. So let's open it up. Anything you guys want to talk about in regards to anything? Yes, sir.
How important is rolling the wrist?
Yeah, good question. Great question, actually. I was fortunate. I had two teammates when I was in the Cape Cod. Well, two in the Cape Cod League, and Todd Helton and I played the summer before together, and Todd was on the team as well. But Sean Casey, y'all know the governor, Sean Casey, great guy. Here he comes rolling in, fat guy from Richmond, playing University of Richmond. The big school guys, we all think we're hot shots. So we come rolling out. This guy hit 450 or something in college. We're like, man, he's fixing to get worn out here in the Cape League. The pitching's really good. This guy ain't going to hit. Well, comes rolling in, bad body guy, kind of awkward, gangling, not real athletic, He gets in the first day. We're practicing. We only practiced a couple times before we actually opened the season. And he gets in there, and he's got these devices on his wrist. I mean, it's like bootleg looking, like, you and I made it, and we're all like, standing out there shouting, what in the world is this, So he gets in there, and this is the way he swings. And kind of like this, and that's the way he's taking BP. We're like, the heck is that all about? So he comes rolling out in the outfield. We're like, all right, man, what the heck you got? He's like, yeah, my dad and I came up with this, and we ended up calling it Sean Casey wrist lock. But what it was is it wouldn't allow his hands to roll. And so I'm sitting there going, wait a minute now. You got Hank Aaron, he's going to take that thing and boom. Roberto Clemente, you got a bunch of guys that are wristy hitters. But you know what? There ain't a whole lot of wristy hitters anymore. Because again, when I get contact, those wrists are locked, I am staying through, then I'm rolling over. It's not roll over contact, it's not even contact roll over. It's contact through the baseball, the wrists are staying right there, then I'm going to roll. I got a picture of Derek Jeter in my locker. Derek was, the guy that, the only thing I didn't like about Derek Jeter, because I'm a stickler about the practice swing. Every time you take it, how hard is it to take the swing that way? My guys will come out in the on-deck circle, they go, or they go, whatever, just something sloppy, lazy. Well, whether you realize it or not, it's going in. It's subliminally going into your body. It doesn't take a lot of effort to just go on and, take the swing the way you want it. Get it on plane, work high pitch, work low pitch, go on and, practice your swing. Derek Jeter, that was the only thing I didn't like about him. You remember that? He'd take that practice swing. He swung nothing like that in the game. I got a picture of him. He is literally right here, and he is still not rolled over with that top hand. The top hand, again, it's going to roll, and I want it to roll, but I want it to roll somewhere in this vicinity here. You get to that straight line to the pitcher, you take it, roll it right there, fine. But too many guys do it way too early. They're the wristy hitters. We used to try to snap the wrist. Us old school dads, remember that? We try to right at contact. Boom, wrist roll that thing right at contact, create more bat speed. And what it does, when it happens like that, you can see the angle of the bat. When I go to roll, it's going to change a little bit. It's not. It's contact through the ball, then I'm going to roll over. Much more consistent, solid contact you're keeping it in the zone longer. What else? Questions? Yes?
How about a few thoughts about choosing bats, weight and length throughout as the kids get stronger, et cetera?
Yeah, it's the mental, what it does to them here is important. The feel of it, I've never really gotten into it. I have had a couple of guys, I've said, look, man, you ain't strong. You can't swing that 34. Go down to a 33, you don't need it. You're close to the plate. You're not ready for that. I've told guys to go up to a 34. Guys that are away from the plate and they need that extra inch to reach certain things, and they're strong enough. As a male, we always think, I'm strong enough, and we do have that tendency at a young age. When they get to me, I really don't have to, deal with it a whole heck of a lot. But my 14-year-old, yeah, he rolled in one time. I was like, son, what happened to your bat speak? By the way, what bat is that? He's like, that's, such and such. I said, whoa. That guy's 165 pounds. You're 100 pounds, And I go and grab the bat. Sure enough, it's way too heavy for him. But, egomaniac men that we are, we feel like we can swing it and want to be cool. So you do have to be on the lookout for it. What else? Yes.
I have two questions. One is, do you recommend using the weights in the batting circle, the on-deck circle, using the weights? And then my second question is, what is the slowest good base runner? How slow can you be but still be a base stealer?
Yeah, well, the first one, using the weight, I know a lot of studies, not studies, but people have said, and I don't know how much is right and what's wrong, some guys go out with a fungo bat in the on-deck circle, to speed up the fast twitch and stuff like that. I always like to put a weight on it. Again, it's kind of like the question of the size of the bat and the weight of the bat. I don't have to deal with it a whole heck of a lot because I don't want to break routines for the most part unless it's clearly obvious that, change needs to be made. I always like for the bat to feel lighter to me. Obviously, in my build, I didn't, so I put a weight on there and I felt like the bat felt lighter when I got in the box, but it's kind of a choice of opinion. What was the second one?
How slow can a good base runner be?
Oh gosh, I'm talking about base running and speed. Speed really and truly, yes, we want it. Yes, we're chasing it. We're chasing athleticism and the ability on defense and score from first on a double and score from second, on a base hit. But I've seen plenty of guys that were great base runners that could do those things, score from first on a double and score easily from second on a base hit, that weren't, burners. They took pride in their secondary leads, reading the ball off the bat because of repetition, taking good turns, body lean, body control. Body control really is what, our game's about. Straight line burner really doesn't do a whole heck of a lot of good because of the amount of turns and stuff that we have to make. But the body control is really important. I mean, Buster Posey couldn't run a leg. He's a great base runner, still is. Although he's getting real slow on the plate. So he got his leg broken, and I'm sure that has something to do with the ankle, leg, and everything else.
I have a question. What
Yes.
age do they start to establish that routine?
In regards to their hitting
Their
routine,
swing, yeah.
yeah, I want it as soon as possible. Literally 10 years old. And once they're old enough to, okay. And I'm talking about routines, literally the way they get into the box
Because you
as
have
well.
coaches that change it all the time.
Right.
And
They
then
do.
you're-
Isn't
then
that
they're-
awesome?
Then they're confused.
Yeah.
It's like,
Sure it is.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's
like,
why I
oh,
tell
don't do
guys
this,
that-
do this, do this, don't do
And I
that.
tell guys all the time, look, I would make Bill Gates look like a poor man if I said, this is the way you do it, and guess what, it works for everybody. It'd be ridiculous, the amount of money that, could be made off of this. It's the hardest thing to do in any sport, and there's different ways of doing it. There's guys that are successful doing it a certain way. But I think the routine, even the way that they get into the box, you'll see guys, like Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn was my guy. I was with San Diego. We'd follow him around, and I was fascinated. He never, ever, ever deviated from his routine all those years. You think about the great hitters. Every single year, they look the same. The way they get into the box, their stance is the same. Cal Ripken, obviously a great player. I saw in an interview one time, they said, if you've got one regret, what would it be? What was the thing that you feel like you should have done? Remember how he was the man of 100 stances? Remember how he constantly changed his stance and kind of a mad scientist? He's like, that was it. He's like, I never should have been that way. John Kruk, he used to do the College World Series. And I asked him, sat down one time, we had a meeting before the games and stuff. And I asked him about it. He's like, yeah, I should have. He's like, stupid. He's like, because again, look at all the ones that are great. They never change. They never deviate from it. You know, find what works and go with it. And just because it doesn't work for a short amount of time, doesn't mean it's wrong. What is the shallow guy, the guy that's not real intelligent? Oh my gosh, I went 0 for 4. Or I'm 0 for 8, let's say. Well, if you go back and look at it, you lined out 3 times, you got rung up on a horrible pitch twice, hit a hard ground ball, missed one, got a good swing at it, and I missed. Well, whatever, that totals 8 at-bats or not. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong. The worst thing you can do is, oh my gosh, there's something wrong, And that's where the coaches come in, and that's where I get pissed, is when you see guys, you know, all the time. Well, you're struggling. No, he's not struggling. It's baseball. Playing a failing man's game. There's 9 guys out there. Shoot, man, it's hard as heck. It's the worst thing you can do is start deviating from what you are and what you're about. Keep them coming. Questions, if we can handle the heat. Again, I apologize. I don't know what in the world is going on, unless they're doing the same thing they're doing at Hauser and changing out the air conditioning units. It is a sauna. And I've got it on 63, and let's see if we've gone down at all. We went up. We went up. 79 to 80, so it's 80 degrees in here. It's cooler outside than it is in here. I want to go out in the parking lot. We'll have this out there where you can actually breathe. Tomorrow, as far as the schedule and what we're going to actually finish the swing, and I'll give you some drills and stuff to go home with. And then the last rotation in regards to the hitting prep, and we'll take you guys inside and show you some of the pictures and still shots and stuff that I've got, and as we're doing like a clubhouse tour. So, everybody good? Anything? Yes.
I'm from old school.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the batters used to dig in the bat foot. That's leverage. Why did they take that away?
Well, I don't know that it's so much that they, don't dig in as much. But see, the clay, you really don't go anywhere anymore. They got this Marmound and different types of clay. You can dig all you want, but it ain't going anywhere. They just get in there and just get that toe hold in there. But also, back in the day, they would teach a pushing mechanism. A lot of guys would dig that hole so they could build that little angle to put their foot on it. You know what I mean? Right, that's the way a lot of guys would pitch. Well, a lot of guys would hit, and they want to, push off that back leg. And we've kind of realized that's not what you want to do. That pushing action is not beneficial. So I think it's a combination of, there's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen if you do dig.
And there's artificial turf now.
Yeah, shoot, there's tons of, how many guys have hit off of artificial turf? How about that? Isn't that bizarre? Come on, that's crazy. Well, we go to, some colleges have got it like that, Drives me crazy. High schools, yeah. Maybe Lake Point's got it, I don't like that. You can have that stuff wherever, but dang it, man, let me slide and let me play in the dirt a little bit, dig in and, not to mention the holes that are forming. So, anybody else got, yes?
Coach, when these kids come out and they hit live BP on the field and they're in front of these college coaches, you specifically, I don't think you speak on behalf of all, but what are you looking for in their swing that gets you excited, and what are you looking for in their swing that kind of gets you concerned?
Well, the hooking action that most high school guys, and that's why I had the older group, who generally is the culprits in these things, before they went out today, I always, have a little pep talk. Guys, here's what I can go to any fraternity house on this campus, and if the guy's throwing 42 miles an hour, same spot every single time, I can find guys that can hit it out in BP. That's the furthest thing that we're looking for. Now, you take a ball and hit it out of the ball, but I'm talking about hitters, not sluggers. We want guys that can hit. Those 2 guys that I talked about, Todd Helton, Sean Casey. I played with Sean Casey 1 summer. I played with Todd Helton 2 summers. You know how many home runs combined those guys hit in those basically 3 summers? 1. 1 home. One's a Hall of Famer. Sean Casey, I don't know if he's pretty dang good. He get 2,000 hits, didn't he? Yeah. The guy hit, but again, they hit for power. The power's going to come. If I can go boom, 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 over and over and over and over. As I get stronger, the more times I do that, then it's going to go. That ball is going to take off and it's going to go. What we're looking for when we see guys take BP, I want to see guys that get inside the baseball and can go from foul line to foul line. And I don't care, I'm right-handed right now. I don't really care so much about that foul line. You know why? Because he's an athlete and I'll be able to speed him up. I can bring his hands in, speed him up, and he'll be able to go down that line. But I got to have a guy that can hit the ball the other way. And that's what we're looking for. A swing plane that's conducive to hitting line drives by staying in the zone a long time, and a guy that allows the ball to travel. That's what I'll put it right there. CH, can hit. And I'll write it down in a heartbeat. The guys that get up, I don't care how many line drives you hit. You're hitting everything right there out in front. Eventually it's going to catch up to you. Pull happy guys, you can shift everybody over. You can throw them in, they're going to hit it foul. You throw them away, they're going to roll over. You know, if it's BP, you're just laying it in there, yeah, they can look good, but it's false. It doesn't translate. All you are just staring at my water like, please have that water in my life every time I go to take a sip. What else? Everybody got anything?
Coach,
Yes.
were parents able to see the video that you all took of the boys today?
Of them hitting?
Yeah.
No, because it's all on one disc.
Okay.
If you're the last, if you remind me, I'll give it to you. Yeah. Well, they're all, basically, they put a disc in there, and they're all, what do they do, 5 guys per group?
Yeah.
Something like that, 5 guys in a group, and they go in and watch it. So there's 5 guys on it. If you get to it first, you can have it. How about that deal? Well, in the summertime, we do that, and then we talk over it as well. So that, a lot of times you'll tell the kids, hey, this is where you got to, and it really doesn't sink in. When they go home and pop that thing in the DVD player. My son asked me the other day. Exactly. My 12-year-old goes, Dad, what is that? A DVD player. He's like, I don't know, we know what that is. I'm like, dang, this is getting scary. I'm like, well, back when you were a kid, you had a little portable DVD player. Every time we'd get in a car, just so you could be that little spoiled brat and wouldn't cry in the back. He's like, I do remember that little black thing. I'm like, yeah, that was a DVD player. So.
VHS.
All right, everybody, have a great evening. See y'all tomorrow.
Thanks, Coach.